each of these bins here hold 30 tons of malt. I've got 10 bins here, so that gives me a luxury of having 300 tons of malt on site one time if I wish. And that can keep me going for 3 weeks. As I said, it's a great luxury to have that. Most other distilleries, certainly other in-house distilleries, Speyburn, Brookmead, have maybe 2, 3 malt bins at most. The winters that we'll be having, certainly the last 2 or 3 years here, really severe. So I've got to have it now when the first weeks start to fall, go to the malt stuff, get the flow, that keep me going for 3 weeks at a time. I also have the luxury of having 2 really large oil tanks, keep me going for at least a fortnight. 2 large yeast tanks, again that keep me going for 2 weeks. I also have a backup generator as well. So no excuse for me to store different sets of water. First water is pre-mixed with the grist before it enters the mash tun. Just one mash tun there, yeah. Temperature of the grist and first water has to be held at a very specific temperature of 65 degrees centigrade. That is a crucial point of the process. It's what we call strike temperature. During the malting process, a series of enzymes are synthesized called diastase, and they're very temperature sensitive. They will do the job inside the mash tun of converting your starches into sugar. Too hot, you kill the enzyme. Too cold, it will just remain dormant. Okay. Mash tun, stainless steel, and it has a false floor sitting right about there. And this is just like a gigantic sieve on top of there. John or whoever's mash at the time, take the mash in, leave it for 10 minutes because that transformation from starch to sugar is quite rapid. And then start to draw the liquid off, pump it through a cooler, which you see up there. That will then go through to the wash back for fermentation, about 19 degrees centigrade. Then add a second water, which is slightly hotter, 82 degrees centigrade. Again, draw the liquid off, and that again goes through to the wash back for fermentation. There is still some goodness left inside there, so we take a third water on, drain it off, recycle it back into the heating tank, with your third water comes your first water to your next batch. So you're wasting absolutely nothing at this stage of the process. What we've got left inside there is spent malt, and it's of no further use to us, so we then sell that to local farmers as cattle feed. Very, very rich in protein. Farmers love it. So there's no waste at all at this stage of the process. Each of these vessels will hold about 23,000 litres of wort from the mash tun. As I said, it goes in here at 19 degrees centigrade. We will then add approximately 100 litres of liquid distiller's yeast. The first thing that yeast will do in an environment like this is it will breed. Yeast is a living organism. As it breeds, it creates carbon dioxide. Excuse me. At reach a point, there will be a cushion of CO2 on top of that liquid. That then starves the yeast of oxygen, and then thinks, okay, where do we get oxygen from? Attacks the sugar, creates the magic formula. Continue to produce CO2 until I reach a point where the yeast will die. Hopefully not before it's consumed all the available sugar that's inside there. I said these are traditional wooden washbacks. Always have been, as far as I'm concerned, always will be. Big arguments rage, which is best, stainless steel or wood. Stainless steel has the advantage of hygiene and longevity. Lasts forever. Easy to clean. The wooden washback, a bit more care and attention. I think they're beautiful vessels, full stop. But the advantage that you have with a wooden washback is that inside the wood there are a series of friendly bacteria called microflora, and they will give almost a secondary fermentation to the distilling yeast. So 3 stills in here, only 2 are in use. That third still there, as it runs, is a 1968 or 69. That's an original still dating back in 1949. You see it's a genuine riveted still, very, very old. You won't see many of that in existence today. The first still we have through there is wash still, and that will be first distillation. And that fermented wash is put through here, preheated, goes into the still, it's then boiled, vapours will then rise, go up the neck, over the swan neck, down the wide pipe, hit the condenser. That's what you see flowing through the first part of the spirit safe there. That's your low wines. That will average out at 24% alcohol. It's not pure enough or strong enough to be considered for maturation. It's then transferred into the spirit still, which is an identical process. However, the strength is dramatically increased to about 73% starting point. That will then drop down to 60%, which is where our cut-off is. That's a very small cut for maturation. But this distillery is about quality, not quantity that we're about. There's nothing to prevent you from going about 50%. If you did that, you'd have an entirely different unique spirit, or entirely different whisky at the end of it. We'll produce, from each run of the spirit stills, about 2,000 litres of alcohol. My target for each week is approaching 40,000 litres a week at the moment now. My target for next year will be 1.8 million litres of alcohol. And it's something that's never been achieved here before. No pressure. A typical year for Balblair at the moment is to fill approximately 2,500 casks, and the choice of wood that we have here is very, very important. Quality wood is essential for quality whisky, and that's something we've been very conscious of, not just at this site but all of our sites, is to get quality wood in, so you can maximise quality of your spirit. So we will fill a percentage of first fill ex-bourbon casks, second fill ex-bourbon casks, and a small amount of sherry casks. Sherry casks only equate to about 3% of filling for us in the year. And they will all give different characteristics, either first fill, second fill, or sherry, but you'll discover that later on when we have a taste.